Well,
were hectic days.
it's a pleasure to be with you today. If you want to just give us your name, and we'll go from there.
Paul Leduc.
Wonderful, Paul. So, back in the late 1980s, like 88, 89, I understand that you and Sister Vivian and Paul Mans explored some really fascinating opportunities through a leadership program. Is that
From Bremer. Was it Bremer Bank?
Blandon Foundation, I think.
Blandon Foundation, yeah.
So tell me about that.
Well, it was a week long. There must have been 20 of us. And it was a great week. Lots of lectures, lots of opportunity to get to know each other. And it was really a community leadership program. And so we all explored a variety of ways that we could contribute to the life of the city of Brainerd. And it was a fabulous week. It went by really fast.
No, I'm sure.
And
Did you and Paul and Sister Vivian know each other before you each went
well,
into
Paul
that?
was a member of my church.
Okay.
Yeah. And Sister Vivian, I was on the board at the hospital.
Oh.
And so Sister and I were pretty well acquainted. And when the hospital decided to build a parking lot where there were 5 houses where they wanted to build a parking lot. And so over the years, the hospital bought each one of those houses. And so now they were all empty, and they were planned, the game plan was to demolish them, clear that land.
Right.
And that seemed like a real bad idea to me. So I asked Sister if we could arrange to have them moved, if she would give us the houses before and not demolish them. It would take a little while for that to happen, but so Paul Mans and myself and a couple others wrote an application to become a affiliate with Habitat for Humanity.
What inspired the process to even become an affiliate? Because I understand that when you three left that leadership training program, you started actually a transitional housing unit as kind of your project, because you were assigned to go do a project from that leadership program.
No.
No? Well, that's what I remembered Sister Vivian telling me, but maybe Sister Vivian didn't tell me all the story, so I'm here to hear it. So right out of the gates, you guys decided to put a habitat program together?
Yeah, it seemed to me that it was a great opportunity with 5 houses that we could get for nothing. And the only expense would be to build the foundation and to move the houses. Paul Mans didn't think that was unreasonable. All we had to do was raise the money to do it. So we had all kinds of things that we did to raise some funds, at least to move the houses. So Paul Mans and Sister Vivian and some other people from the hospital, we all worked and raised some money. There was work that had to be done on some of the houses. One of the houses, for example, was one of the biggest ones. We cut it in half and made 2 houses out of it.
Yep.
And the problem was in the eaves of that house, and this is what makes it so memorable, is it stunk like you cannot believe, full of bats.
Oh.
And bat droppings that have been there for a long time. Not good. So we had to fumigate that house to get rid of that bat smell. Awful. Just terrible smell.
We're going to go back just a little bit further on that. How did you find out about the Habitat program to even start one in Brainerd?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know how.
There's a Paul Mann story that's sticking in my mind that people from St. Cloud were invited to come up to Brainerd and explain what they had just started here, meaning a Habitat program.
That sounds about right, yeah.
And one of those was the first family that they served here. And if I remember Paul's story correctly, there wasn't a dry eye in that room when she was done talking.
Yeah.
And I understand that's when you decided this was the route to go.
Yeah. That's pretty close. I don't remember much of it, but it's a long time ago. But it was a lot of enthusiasm, members of the church. I brought to the board when we decided to do this, and I wanted to be part of the Habitat program. But that meant that I was going to be sharing my time, a lot of time. And the board said, "Have at it, whatever you need to do. Take care of us, but take care of Habitat too." So Paul wrote the application to Habitat. There were some glitches along the way.
Of course.
Nothing works smoothly, but Paul did a great job. Then it came it was time to start moving houses. So the first thing I had to do then was find some place to put them.
Right. You can't just lift a house and move it somewhere and magically have it.
Right. So I went to the city of Brainerd, to the city manager. Oh no, what's his name? I should remember his name. But they had houses or lots, a house and lots that the city had claimed for a variety of reasons. One of them was a house that had already been demolished, so it was just a lot. And wouldn't you know, one of the houses would fit that lot. All we had to do was build a new foundation. So that was the beginning. And Paul found a guy, a mover, that would move the houses for us. And we had him the full time that we were there. He also moved my cabin. I bought a resort that was going out of business. I bought one of the cabins, and he moved that from there to my land. And so I had a cabin. So that was my first
Wow.
experience with him. But he did a fabulous job, and Paul and some others had the foundation. How they figured all that out, that foundation needed this particular size and all that stuff. How about that, huh?
That is what